Few months back, YU Televentures started teasing about YU Yutopia. They were calling it as a real beast, the most powerful device ever. But is it all worth the hype or not? Let's find out in this full review of YU Yutopia. My name is Saurabh Nahar and you are watching All About Technologies. Let's begin. So starting off with the built and design. YU Yutopia is having a metal unibody construction which not only makes it a well built device but it also looks quite good and feels good in hand. Although it is slightly slippery, but you can use the case which is included inside the box pack. I'll leave the link of unboxing video in the description if you have not seen that. Now the buttons are placed on the right side and the volume keys are separated by the power key. All the three buttons are made out of metal and they feel quite tactile and sturdy. Now moving ahead, the headphone jack is placed on the top of the device and you'll get good output from earphones and headphones. Talking about earphones, they have included House of Marley earphones inside the box pack, which is a good move done by YU Televentures. Although they are not the best sounding earphones that you can get, but still better than the earphones that we get with our smartphones. Now talking about the speaker, the output and the quality of the speaker is pretty average and you should not have any major problems with it unless and until it works, because I was facing a lot of issues with the speaker while watching YouTube videos. Moving ahead, this device comes with 32 GB of internal storage, and if you want to expand the storage, you won't be able to use the second SIM card because this device comes with a hybrid SIM slot, which means that you can either use a SD card or a second SIM card. Now moving on to the bottom of the device, there is a micro USB port which also supports OTG and fast charging, and you can charge your device from 0 to 100% in just about 1.5 hours to 1 hour 40 minutes. If you want to check out that video where I charge my device from 0 to 100% in around 1 hour 30 to 40 minutes, I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. Now talking about the display here is a Quad HD display with Corning Concord glass protection on top. The display is quite sharp, viewing angles are quite good, and even the outdoor visibility is quite good. Although one issue with this display is that in just 4 to 5 days, I've seen dead pixels on my display. And also the colors look slightly on the cooler side, but you won't really notice that unless and until you compare it with other device. Now talking about the battery on the YU Yutopia. YU Yutopia comes with 3000 mAh non-user removable battery. Now the battery life on this device is pretty average considering that it is having a 2K display. You will get around 3 to 3.5 hours of screen on time, which is pretty decent, I would say, not the best. And you can get through a day without any issues if you are a low to moderate user, but if you are a heavy user, you'll have to charge at the end of the day. So that is my take on the battery on YU Yutopia. Now talking about the camera here is a 21 megapixel camera with dual LED flash, and this camera comes with PDAF, which is face detection autofocus and optical image stabilization. So that is really a good thing. And if we talk about the shutter speed, and the shutter speed is not that fast considering that this is the most powerful device in the world, what they are saying. The shutter speed is not that fast and I'm not at all impressed with the shutter speed. But overall the picture quality is quite good if you take pictures outdoors in good lighting conditions, and you can see that the pictures are quite sharp and detailed, and they also have good amount of bokeh with them. Now the pictures that were taken indoors in good amount of light also looked quite good and I had no issues with that. But if the amount of light is quite low, or if you try to click pictures in low lighting conditions, they look slightly grainy and you'll have to use flashlight. So that is how it is. Now if we talk about the HDR pictures also look quite good, and they also highlight all the shadows properly, and overall they look quite good. Now talking about the video quality, this camera is capable of shooting 4K videos, and OIS is not the best, I would say, but it does the job. And the focusing time is quite fast. The video itself looks quite sharp, as you can see that, and focusing is very fast due to the face detection autofocus. But I'm not quite happy with the OIS. I expected it to be much better, but nevertheless it does the job. And I'm quite happy with the 4K capabilities, and also you can shoot slow motion videos with this camera, which is also a good thing. Now talking about the front facing camera, this device comes with 8 megapixel front facing camera. And if we talk about selfies, the selfies look quite good. I had no major issues with it. The selfies that were taken in indoors with decent amount of light and outdoors in good lighting condition looked quite good. And even in low light conditions, it looked quite decent compared to most of the devices. So I had no major issues with the front facing camera on the YU Yutopia. Now if we talk about the performance on the YU Yutopia, it was pretty good in terms of gaming. I never had any major issues in terms of gaming on YU Yutopia, and also the fact that it was not getting overheated was quite good. So definitely performance was quite good on the YU Yutopia. Even multitasking was quite good, so I had no issues with that. But at times I felt that it was slightly sluggish while closing applications. Apart from it, it is also having a lot of bugs, which we all know, but that can be fixed in future. But overall performance is quite good on YU Yutopia, and I won't really complain a lot about performance on the Yutopia. Now talking about the fingerprint scanner on the YU Yutopia, it is placed just below the camera module, and it did a quite good job of detecting my fingers. At least a lot of people were having issues with their fingerprint scanners on YU Yutopia, but every time I tried to unlock my YU Yutopia, it worked fine for me. Although I did notice at times that it was not working, I had to manually enter the pin code, but for the most part it worked quite fine. And also it is quite fast compared to a lot of devices that I have used in the past, including OnePlus 2. For me at least, it was quite fast, so I had no major issues with the fingerprint scanner on the YU Yutopia. What do I feel about the YU Yutopia? Well, the things that I like about YU Yutopia is that performance is really good in terms of gaming. There is no overheating issues, and even multitasking is pretty good on the Yutopia. Cameras are pretty good, the build quality is good, you have fingerprint scanner and fast charging as well. Now what I don't like about YU Yutopia is that there are a lot of bugs on the Yutopia, and the after sale service of YU Televentures won't be that great because it is a Micromax company, and everybody knows that the after sale service is not good. The third thing is that the speaker was not working out of the box, and after some time it started working, and at times I see that the speaker is not working while watching YouTube videos or listening to music, and after some time it starts working. So that is also one thing, and I have seen dead pixels on my unit. So these were some issues with the YU Yutopia, and I won't really recommend you to buy YU Yutopia because of these reasons, because you are paying 25,000 rupees and you don't really want to get into such issues. That is my thinking and my thoughts on the Yutopia, and that was my full review on YU Yutopia. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more such genuine reviews in the future. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, Snapchat. All the links will be in the description down below. This is Saurabh Nahar here from AllAboutTechnologies. Thank you guys for watching.